everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and today we're going to continue on where we left off, and we're going to do the Day 3 trial. During the investigation last time, we figured out that the next witness is going to be the guy that runs the boat rental shop, and he knows something about the DL6 incident, which was whenever Edward's father died inside an elevator, was shot, and they don't know really who did it. So we're going to continue on with the trial and see what the boat rental guy knows, which I don't know if it's much because he seemed like he was a little out of it last time we met him. So December 27th, 10 a.m. District Courtroom number 3. Karma again. Great. It's always going to be karma. Court is now in session for the trials of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Karma is always ready. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement. So, not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Of course, Karma, of course. Of course you would do that. Prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. You seem pretty sure of yourself, Karma. Okay, so 3 minutes from now. This will be a short court trial. Order! Order! Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. My decisive witness to the stand. Yeah, it's a boat shop owner. Yeah. Witness, state your profession. He's asleep, Karma. Oh! I'm a proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Alright, yep, I was. Please testify. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. I think we should object. We need to know who he is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because he did not... Oh, I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Actually, it's going to be 3 minutes and something seconds now, I'm guessing. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. The witness will state his name. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Well, I'm not really sure. He's just a caretaker, kind of like the old bag. What do you mean? Memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Wait. He has kids, okay? His kids should know his name. We should know them. He can't recall, you say. But the incident in question took place 3 years ago. Oh, 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness! Okay, don't fall asleep in the middle of it, please. Night of the murder. It was the night of 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang! Yep. Okay. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang! Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. A man? Okay, very well. I'd like to begin your cross-examination. No, we're not done yet. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. No, I'm going to cross-examine him, okay, Karma. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. How? You didn't even say who walked by. Yes, Mr. Wright? I'm going to cross-examine. Of course I am. What are you saying? Of course. Very well, you may begin. Ah! Oh, Karma! Oh no, Karma. Excuse me, Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. I guess it's not going to be 3 minutes then. You may cross-examine the witness. Carmen's gonna go insane there. Do you see that? It was the night of 24th, just after midnight. Yep. Okay, press. Just after midnight, you say, so it's the 25th. Yep, just around then. You're sure? Well then, I talked to you yesterday. You were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Yep. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it. Clearly I did. Yep. You see, continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Okay. What about the wet noodle? Is there anyone who can verify that? Good question. I guess Polly could. Oh gosh, his parrot, Polly. That's not good enough for the court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? The parrot's not good enough. Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Okay. Witness, please continue. Okay. Then I heard a bang. I looked at the window and saw a boat floating on the lake. Okay, press it. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yep. You figured? Yep. At the time, that is. Okay. Then I heard another bang. Okay. You heard 2 gunshots in total. Okay. Then the boat comes back and a man walks by my window. Who is the man in the window? Okay. Yep. By my window, outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog is pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me and I saw him. Okay, this is rather important. Add to your testimony. Tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? That doesn't look good for Edgeworth. That does not look good for Edgeworth. Uh-oh. Dad! Oh. Oh, Keithy boy. Dead certain, Keith! Okay. He said, I can't believe he's dead, and he was walking by, too. Oh, no. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! Oh. Oh, no. Dad? Are you alright, Dad? This sounds like decisive evidence, indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for this fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Yeah, I agree. Everyone in the courtroom's glaring at us. I'd rather act quick. Let's raise an objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm mentioning. What do you mean? No. That's easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in the witness's testimony is true. Judge is lost in thought. Raise objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, exactly. We don't even know for sure if he was actually there. All he has is a parrot saying that he was. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say this testimony is a lie, show proof. Do we have evidence, Nick? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. No. Phoenix, come on. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes have perhaps too high of an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think he's asleep. The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case. The case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. No! This court finds defendant Miles Edgeworth. Maya? No! What? The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial. The court is adjourned. What? No. Wait! Exactly! Good. Who was it? Who is that? Me, huh? What? What? Oh gosh, Larry. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. Larry, you were holding this from me. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot, I heard it too. Oh, Larry, please help me. Please don't. Order! Wait, what is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I called for adjournment. One moment, Von Karma. So you say you heard the gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting there in the audience, waiting to listen to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Larry, you could save this case. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in the court. That's what I was thinking. I've never heard of this. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you already gave your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one last chance. He could make things even worse. Okay. What's worse than already getting a guilty verdict? Yeah. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. A verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. Oh, Judge is finally going to say something. Please, put your foot down. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Whoa. Karma's going to go crazy. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we'll hear the new witness. Let's hope Larry doesn't die within that 5 minutes. Okay, Larry, you better tell me something good. Whew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Okay. Just wondering what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night, yes? He said that he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. He found the balloon in the air tank that night, yes? Edgeworth. Huh? You say something? Right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What are why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? That's a good question, Maya. Oh, when he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without even realizing. I didn't have a reason, really. Was Edgeworth hypnotized? So he was in the boat. I see. Right? Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? What do you mean? Von Karma has only ever ran perfect trials. Perfect trials? Okay, prepare a witness, complete evidence, yes. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. Is this the time he's going to fail? He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. And no 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. It was 15 minutes. 15! Okay. First it was going to be 3 minutes. Now it's 15 minutes. Now it's going to be like an hour and 20. I don't know. Court is now back in session. The witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Why are you sweating bullets? Why? Please, Larry, don't mess this up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prepare his witness. I'll just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Okay, cross-examine. Well, after testimony, I guess. The night I was out on the lake, I was looking for something. I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental dock shop. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. That's understandable. Well, we've got this far. There's no way we can go out forward. Okay. Well, we gotta press him on everything. What were you doing out there on the lake? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's so many things wrong, I didn't know where to begin. First of all, what time was it? It was after 11 when I went out on the dock. By the time everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear to speak. Why were you out on the boat in such a late hour? I was looking for something? Okay, what was it? Please tell me. Looking for something? Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? Was the witness searching for is irrelevant. Most likely it was hunting for this Gordy everyone keeps speaking about. That's close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get on with it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop. Around what time was that? About searching for an hour. I guess it was around 12. Wait! Wait! What if the boat rental guy, the caretaker, saw Larry instead? You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? Then I was thinking about going home. I heard a bang. Okay. Only one bang? Where'd it come from? Wasn't too sure. Looked around, you know? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. And I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Come on. There's got to be a boat. Okay, we have two people saying there's a boat. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was a real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, that's the most important part of this case, Larry. Come on, please. Huh. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. So there's only one shot. You heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay, I was on the boat. I was looking for something. Okay, let's present... Oh, he took the air thing. Okay. Yeah, he has the air tank. And we don't have anything about the Steel Samurai. Okay, slipped into the boat rental shop. Then I heard a bang. After I heard the single gunshot, I went home. Okay. So, what if we... This. Heard 2 shots after midnight. So this is probably what we need. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Larry, were you even listening? You were paying attention at all to what I said. What they said. Yo, Nick, please. You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. You gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Larry. Mr. Butts, what? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, Larry. Not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. Oh my gosh! Larry is oh gosh, Larry's useless. Order. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah? So what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue testimony? No, we need to continue. There's something in here. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Please give your testimony, but sure to include the details of your radio. Leave it to me, okay? Let's press him on the radio. Okay, it was lonely, so I was listening to all requests shown on the radio. See, I was listening to the real loud. Loud. Okay, but I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What was the DJ saying? You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the problem? What? What if the radio, the booming, was what they heard? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to the radio in peace in this free country? Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it's difficult to believe his testimony. But, you wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who was saying things on the radio. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. That's a good point. DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright, yes. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. We just have to buy time, okay? It was lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. Oh, I'm sorry, Larry. So you turned the radio on, right? I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like to be out there alone on Christmas Eve. Okay. That's why I'm listening to all request shows on the radio, okay. Do you by chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to? A real booming loud? Okay, yes, so it could be booming. Yeah, you know, you had headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot, okay? Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Okay, what was he saying? Please cease these pointless questions. What possibly good could it be to what the radio DJ said? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why. We should care. Of course we should care! Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. It's almost Christmas. So it was before 12. Are you sure? Of course. She had this real sexy voice, you see. Maybe on Karma was right. I'm not sure how this helped us at all. Okay. I gotta press it until I get to the bottom of what happened. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's that last bit there we need. Okay, it's almost Christmas. Okay. So, time of death was something... Okay, no, that's not it. So, this photo was taken at 12:15 a.m. And he heard the first shot, okay, whenever it was before 12. I think that's probably it, but let's see if there's anything else that could be helpful. It's heard 2 shots just after midnight. Okay, I think it should be this one here. I think that's probably what we need. If not, it's the Lotta's statement. Larry, are you absolutely sure that you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. Almost Christmas means it was not Christmas. Exactly. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case. Yes, Mr. Wright. But we should have heard that gunshot after midnight. The photograph is irrefutable proof of that. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken by the gun-triggered Mrs. Hart's camera. Yes. It was Christmas at 15, or 12:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is clear contradiction, Your Honor. It is very clear. Thank you. Order. What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. I hope not. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshots before midnight? He's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshots before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this claim? Show me evidence. There was a gunshot before midnight. Oh, this one shows an image taken automatically on the 12/24th at 11:50. That would mean that her first photo was taken at 11:50 when the first shot was taken off. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on it reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. But there was nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It's why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off at loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That's why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard the gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Good job, Phoenix. Indeed, that would seem to be the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact the camera was triggered at 11:15 after midnight. Or sorry, 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. That would seem to be the case. I don't see any way that couldn't be. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? Oh, Von Karma, what is it? There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence. Okay, let's try to present the pistol. Because it says it's fired 3 times. So there was 1 shot and then a double shot after midnight. So 11:50 there was 1 shot. Okay, let's try that. Yes! Okay, this is my evidence. A murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 shots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. Then when was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That the 3rd shot was shot Larry heard just before midnight. That would make sense. That would make sense. Order, order. That would make sense with the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen at the night of the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. What do you have? Remember the case of the Steel Samurai? Of course. Okay. Murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case. Yes. If you don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch I'm going to run with it. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We haven't got nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if anything sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Okay, what do you mean? So you finally realize the truth. There will be no other murderer other than Miles Edgeworth himself. No, no, no. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. No, no, no. Look, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. Actually, 2 boats were. That was shown by the witness photograph. Come on, okay? Larry was out there, too. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat. Robert Hammond fell into the lake. That distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it. It's hard to imagine any other possibility. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo was 15 minutes after midnight. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot at the lake. Oh. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat were. Edgeworth and the murderer. The murderer and Hammond. Edgeworth and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Ooh, that actually makes somewhat sense. Okay. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth don't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, right, is... I'm not going to say Edgeworth, and it's not Lotta, so I guess I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer and the caretaker... Wait, the murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. No! No, 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 no. Come on. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? Well then, where did the murder take place? At the Wet Noodle. Show the judge where the murder really took place. My guess would be the boat shop, because that's where the Wet Noodle shop was. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have any proof the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Okay, he was looking around the lake, yes. That night he was out the lake in a boat, searching. And then he went back. He finds it, returns the boat. Then, just as he was starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time, so he had to be close. In other words, the gunshot was very close by. Where would that have, if he had been returning the boat? The boat shop, yes. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think I have to start at the very beginning. And I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Okay. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Bang! Okay. That was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put Robert Hammond's coat on. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? It had to be the boat shop caretaker. It wouldn't have been Miles, right? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Come on. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had fired twice. Because he first shot missed? Or to create a witness. I mean, if he knew the person was out there camping, it might have been to create a witness, if he had the picture. I believe they shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Okay. Murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake, yes. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first shot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, he jumps in the water? The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind. It's ingenious. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then he puts Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and then threw the body in the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired the night on Gourd Lake. We don't really have any evidence for that. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Or it could be, like, terrible because he's probably going to be, like, sleepy. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes? Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Mr. Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important, you say? Yes. I'm sorry I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir, bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask what you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared? He isn't at the boat shop either. He ran. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Oh, wow. He ran? That doesn't look good for him. That does not look good for him. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. One more thing. Just who is the boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to the trial. Thank you! Thank you. I asked about that initially. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. That went a lot better than I thought it was going to. That went a lot better. Nick, you did it! Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Yeah, right. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. He did. I'm surprised. Okay, I thought he was going to screw us over. Sure. Or he didn't even know what he thought he heard. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looked like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to relax just a little. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Oh no. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime? A memory of a murder. What? You can't just leave us off with that to be continued. Come on! Miles said that he could have murdered someone, and he has a nightmare about it. What? Okay, we'll save it there. So, we will do the day 3 investigation next time. So, we figured out that it could have been the caretaker that shot and killed Robert Hammond, got on the boat with Edgeworth, did 2 random shots out into the water, and then jumped off the boat to create a witness to blame the crime on Edgeworth, which actually does sound pretty believable now after everything. But like, I don't know if I believe that it's the caretaker or not. That's the only option that we've seen, and we don't even know who the caretaker is. All we know is he thinks we're Keith. But yeah. So anyways, next time we'll continue on with the Turnabout Goodbyes with the day 3 investigation. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. So, bye-bye.